Bow down to chair. Thanks to chair for winning. So a lot of you guys might not know this, but my chair has the highest win rate out of any Gwent player's chairs. I just want to bring that up. I might not be like the highest win rate Gwent player, but I have the highest win rate Gwent chair ever, by the way. That is factual. You can look that up. I don't know. I thought the level 2 Lich would have made a difference. Retaliation is broken. Just put Slark Sarda and Medusa in. I mean, we could have positioned a little bit better, for sure. We could have like tried to have our Enigma outside of the Conquer range, but it's still gonna get doomed no matter what we do, right? Is Bloodbound meme any good early or mid game?
Basically,
it's all right early game.
Gay.
If you get like a level 2 of one of them, then you should stay in Bloodbound for a little bit. That works out. Yeah, welcome to the 1/8 Gay Club mechanism. It's definitely usable. You have to position it in a really particular way. You have to like sacrifice your level 1 Warlock and then have your other guy coming in back. It's weird. But it works. Have we tried 9 elusive with invisibility? Yes. Don't do it. Could Scrappy Mech and Retaliation Naga be a fun meme? I mean, Retaliation Naga with anything is good. It doesn't really synergize, though. Not really in the way that you're thinking. Silver Lining. I could actually try to force a loose streak with this. Versus Claymore. I mean, Claymore is pretty bad. You know what? We're not close to sets. We don't have that good of an early game. And mages are good loose streakers anyway. I'll force a loose streak with Silver Lining. I'll go open for it. Just for you guys, okay? This is the time to do it. We'll see exactly how good this is. Silver Lining is good for mid-game eco into mages. I think it is, actually. I unironically think it is. Like this is actually, I don't even think this is just experimental. I think this is proper in this case. Like when we don't really have any way to actually play for a streak on our own, when we get it that early. Oh god. Double unstable though. It's double unstable, guys, right? I can loose streak with goblins. It's not as if you can't loose streak with these. I don't think I can open for it, but I can loose streak with these. I'll just loose streak. It's fine. Like, we're not even on 2 ofs anyway. It's only 2. It's not like 3. Some people start with like 3. %, HP damage. Yeah, it's pretty nasty when it works. Holy shit. Dude, he just got deleted. Oh, dude, these are both ranged though, so they're never going to actually get close enough for deletion. Luckily, his hero has a spell that does the chicken, and my hero has a spell that does this. So, we're good. Dude, this is why I hate Silver Lining. Loose streak? I mean, I don't have to... Just because we won the first round doesn't mean we're not loose streaking, guys. Okay, we're not loose streaking. Sorry, guys. I tried. You all saw it. You watched me try. It didn't work. Couldn't be done. There's no way to have done it. It was impossible. I wanted to loose streak. Again, you guys are my witness. You can tell I want to loose streak. Normally, I would sell up here and pump to 5 and put in like another unit. But you guys can tell I actually want to lose streak because I'm only putting in 4 units. Listen, if I had gotten 2 silver linings, then we would have lost streak, okay? But I got 2 unstable reactors. So what am I supposed to do? So it deals 40% max health. It's pretty sweet. It's like, I'm trying, guys. I really, truly am. Okay, we'll get up to interest here. It's just too early for CM, right? Unstoppable prevents you from getting the kill. Makes the Brawny Global worse. Wait, what? Your units don't get the kill if they kill an unstoppable thing? It's sourced to the own unit that died? That's interesting. Okay, this is the second time today we've gone silver lining into win streak. This is why I don't like buying this item. It's like, even when you buy it, it's like if you can choose to win streak, it is better. Like, there was no way I could go silver lining here, guys. You all saw it. You were all watched. This is actually great, though. My silver lining is giving me kind of insurance. Like, I don't even mind if I lose this streak here. So I'm just gonna, like, I'm gonna keep selling up the interest points. I have 4 units, and I'm beating people that have 5. Now you might say, Swim, part of that reason might be because you have 3 level 2s and double unstable reactor on your level 2 max. And yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You got me there. If it... Check the kills after fighting a player with that global. Huh. So unstoppable sources the kill to the unit. So if it's an axe or a juggernaut that's unstoppable and they die, then if they're killing themselves, do they get kills for that? Wouldn't juggernauts and axes grow stronger with unstoppable? Wait, I need to check that. I need to check the kill count of an opponent's unit with unstoppable. That's genius. Okay, so how badly... I mean, we could keep streaking here, or we could sell our pudges and win the next one too. And get interest. I mean, how could we lose? Okay, we're gonna lose this. This guy's got 2 ranged units. Assassins. This is bad for my explosions. Really bad for my explosions. Oh, this Tinker's going off. This Tinker's about to blow up. Oh. We're good, dude. Oh, that hook. Oh my god. Holy shit, dude. Like, how could we lose streak this, guys? I tried. You all saw me try. We bought the silver lining, and I was like, let's open fort. And then it's like, here, here's some. Have another unstable reactor. Have some level 2 mechs. Dude, don't you hate it when you have just some like pudge on your team that's like hooking enigmas? You know, it's like mid-game, they don't have a blink dagger in, and you don't have a stun, and this pudge just hooks an enigma and just doesn't press R. That's the worst, dude. Report my pudge. We can just slap this in. We're living on a prayer here. We're at 39 for this interest again, but something's telling me we're gonna get this one, so I'll put it here just in case we hit that same guy again, because apparently you can hit the same person twice in a row in this game. It'll jump on a hunter. Now we're good here, dude. Well, I mean, we basically just can't lose. We don't even have that good of a board, honestly. It's just like 2 unstable reactors. 20% of their max health. So good. This is a neat game. Hopefully we actually like win this time though. I don't know. Last game I was pretty confident I was winning. And then we got second. Go all in and grab Timber Techies. Yeah. I mean, I'm forced into it. I'm forced into going 6 goblins again this game. I don't even want to. That's the thing. Like, I didn't try to go goblins. I really didn't. I know I built them last game, and I know I'll probably build them next game, but it's not really my fault. This is the game. Scrap Collector? Dude, you can get it on 10, right? Dude, if I get Scrap Collector on 10 now... Octarine Essence, is that good here? What can I do with you? Cooldown 10 seconds. Nobody has, like, lower mana pools, right? This is a 6-second cooldown. It's never getting off in time. So I can only put this on Clockwork, right? And hope that he can recover his mana fast enough to make this worth it. Octarine Tusk. He's never recharging this in less than 7 seconds. And Tinker's never recharging this in less than 6. They recharge so much slower in this game than Auto Chess. Like, let's watch how slowly this recharges. Yeah, it takes him about 5 seconds to get it back, I think. It's about 6. So here, it's 5-second cooldown. Yeah, look, it's back. Look at that. There we go. It's like just the right time for Octarine. And then he's got another one. There we go. And this is actually low-key a really good ability. It's not flashy, but like disrupting attack animations is nuts. And it also does a lot of damage. This ability doesn't get a lot of praise, but it's super low-key. Like the DPS this does and the DPS it takes away from the opponent's board is really good. It's just like, it doesn't look flashy because it's not like rockets or big whirling blades or whatever going off in the opponent's face. Huh. That's an early coddle. I don't know, maybe I should have just leveled there. I feel... maybe it was dumb to not level there. I'm not close enough to outs. I guess I only have 1 Tinker and 1 Bounty that are combinable. If I was close to an out, if I had like a 2-of on one of those, maybe ruling is proper. I'm kind of afraid of losing my streak. And if I just like keep leveling, I am going to lose my streak. I need to get the mages online early. Does Cuddle get worse if you have unstable reactors? Because, like, the more offense you have, the worse Cuddle gets. Which is kind of weird to think about. This is a bad Cuddle. So it's like, the thing is, if you do too much damage before the blast goes off, then you'd rather just have more damage early than a blast clearing up a bunch of low health units, right? Like, you want to pair Coddle with like a frontline or like stuff like Crystal Maiden that helps him go off faster and stuff that stalls out the fight. But if I have 2 unstable reactors, then maybe it's like I'm doing so much damage, like everything's going to be so low by the time Coddle blasts. Maybe I'd rather just have, for example, a Razor Burst early on actually like impacting the course of the fight, instead of just like cleanup that does less. Which is weird. I don't know. Maybe this could actually be a game where I don't go Coddle as my 3rd mage. I mean, with 2 reactors, how do I actually not just run more mechs? Like, how do I put in these mages over level 1 mechs when these mechs are exploding for like 300 damage on everything when they die? It seems impossible. The thing that could lose my streak at this point in time, because like I don't think I can lose a board, but I can draw a board. My streak is probably going to get killed if I hit a my units explode at the last thing. Make your front line like a zigzag for more surface area against enemies equals more explosion damage. Zigzag. I understand what you're saying. I'm not sure if it exactly makes sense. I mean, I'll try it against like wolves. I guess with ranged ones in front, that makes sense. Drows don't reset streaks in Underlords. Oh, never mind. I'm just good then. See, that didn't really work. Now that might be because these are assassins. Dude, even 2 unstable reactors is just so nuts. Like, if you have 3, don't you just auto-win? It's gonna be hard for this game to be competitive, by the way. Like, really competitive. Like, some of you guys in chat are already saying, like, I don't want items to stack. I think it's important for this game that items do stack. It's the kind of game it is. It's like, the game is designed, and not just this game, but every game like this, every auto chess genre, is designed for there to be occasional crazy shit happening. But, like, in a tournament, there will be someone who gets, like, 2 or 3 unstable reactors, and they are unbeatable. It is designed to be a high variance game. I don't even know if this was the right item choice, by the way. It looks good if you're looking for techies. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing per se. This game needs jackpots to be enjoyable. Yeah, exactly. That's built into the design of the game. It is. And that's going to make them feel less competitive for some people. And, I mean, that's the trade-off. And I'm not saying there can't be big tournaments. I'm not saying they won't have a scene. They'll have a scene, but it's like, you know, it's like when Fortnite tries to put on tournaments, you know? It's like kind of funny. Yeah, these guys are ranged. We have to lose this, obviously. Wasn't Scotty more health, so more explosion damage? Yeah, it was. I mean, Scotty makes a lot of sense here. I was thinking, like, you know, you obviously really want techies very badly as early as possible. Oh, and I can just find techies here, right? I don't think every game should be esports ready to be fun to watch and play. Yeah, of course. I don't know. I mean, I don't think that these things really ruin the spectatorship at all. I mean, I guess for some snobby people they do. And I know because I used to be like that myself. But, like, I don't know. Like, for example, poker is a game that has, like, a lot of, you know, viewership. There's a lot of people that watch, like, professional poker. And poker is just literally full of, like, people just getting ass blasted by RNG, like, every hand. I mean, that's literally the idea. I don't know. It needs to be designed in specifically the right way. Okay, I think this is fine. I do think not going for that Scotty was just a misplay. Like, straight up. My board comes online earlier if I go for the like higher range of unit thing, like a higher class of criminal, which I went for. I can get the techies earlier, but my like final board that I eventually end up with ends up being weaker because it's not like I can get a techies 3, right? And that's just not worth it. That exchange is basically never worth it. I could have mages on this board right now. Again, I'm not sure if that would even be worth it. How many closing the circles would you need for it to not be garbage? What fucking one is closing the circles? Closing the circles? That sounds made up. If I can't, what close is that? That's not the shaman one. What the hell is closing the circles? How bad does it have to be that I don't even recognize the name? Druid passive? Complete the cycle? What the fucking closing the circles? You memeing me, dude? Good meme, bro. I wonder how good this like surface area meme actually is. I'll try this. I actually want to see how this works. Finalize the tricycles. Any idea how to buff straightening the rectangles? The fuck, dude. I don't know. I don't think it's even that bad. It's like, I think you can't really build druids like straight up. I think completing the cycles is fine. You need to get it in the certain things. It's good in like hunters. I think if you like frontline your hunters with druids. I mean, I can't not take retaliate. I think I literally can't not take retaliate. My theory is that this is far too good to ever not take. I've got a 3-star clockwork. I don't know how that happened, but I guess it's there now. I don't know. I mean, okay. Good. I don't even find a techies. Man, I'm never lucky, guys. Casual 6 inventor before techies. Or 4 inventor. So when this clockwork blows up, it will deal about 1,400. No. It deals like 16. No. It deals like 1,200 damage to everything adjacent to it. Jesus. That's a little nuts. Okay, this is getting a little ridiculous, guys. I think I wanted that Medusa. Whoops. Okay, I should stop trolling. Sell Razor? I mean, is it possible we just can't go mages? It feels so dumb to not be in mages, right? Doesn't it have to be stupid to not be in mages with goblins? Blink Dagger should be really good with the explosions. No. Don't try to make Blink Dagger good. Sometimes bad things just need to stay bad. Are they gonna buff dragons on Monday? They did mention something about a dragon buff, right? Okay, here's this explosion. Okay, watch this Tinker explode. Wait, seriously, look at this Tinker. Watch him die. Okay, that actually wasn't that impressive. I thought that would be bigger. Okay, this Clockwork will take out everything with him. Unfortunately, there's nothing around him. We got here? Yeah, looks like we're got. Yeah, Midnight Pulse ended. God, I thought this was supposed to be OP. How am I losing? What are your general thoughts on leveling? Stay high with the highest level in the game or level when losing? You shouldn't really care what other people's levels are. So, that's the first thing. Don't really care what other people's levels are when you're thinking about leveling yourself. The main thing is you want to level when it's kind of the next path forward for your build. It's a little complicated to explain exactly what that means. So right now, because I just hit a power spike, the biggest variable about leveling is not really leveling itself, but what the other options for using your gold for are. There's 3 things you can do with your gold. You can level, you can roll, or you can econ, right? Leveling is good when the other 2 are bad, basically. When you don't need to econ and when you don't need to roll. That's like a general way of looking at it. If you're close to outs, if you're like close to things, 2 or 3 things that you're looking for, one of things that improve your board. So when you're like pairing up, you want to use your gold to roll and see some more shop items, right? Leveling is what you want to do when that's not an option. I'll try to maybe if I can like play through next game. I mean, I'm in scaled, right? I think if I'm in scaled, this is a little experimental, but I think I can't go mages. I'll try something weird. If I'm in scale, then the best way my build improves right now is by actually finding a singleton Medusa. I skipped one of them before. So basically, right now, you'll see me rolling. And I'm rolling because the way my build improves right now is finding one Medusa, and also because I want 3 stars. When I level, I actually lower my chance of getting 3 stars because you increase your odds of getting more rare things and decrease your odds of getting less rare things. And right now, because I already found the techies and because I only really need, you only really need like 1 techies. I'll eventually get 3 and I'll eventually get a techies too, and that'll eventually be nice, but I will always end the game with the 3 techies on a techies level 2. It's not really something I like need or that I'm looking for. So it's just fine. I guess I have Scotty wants to be on like something like Shredder because it'll do best with the mech thing. It wants to be on like my lowest health melee mech, right? Probably makes the most sense. I hit one of my outs. I was looking for either a Medusa or a level 3. I hit the level 3, and at this point now I'm kind of thinking about going back into leveling. So now I'll spend my gold on leveling. You kind of tend to alternate a little bit in a way between like leveling and rolling. Scotty wants to be on gyro. I don't think so, actually. It's not like he has flak cannon in this game. And also Scotty doesn't work with flak cannon anyway. The thing is, like, Scotty, the thing about gyro is he won't move up. So my lose condition, and you always have to think about your lose condition. Like, when you're winning, don't think about the average state. Think about the board that causes you to lose. So what does the board that causes us to lose look like? Okay, think about it for a second. It's when people are in back. Ranged, hunters, mages. We don't have Naga protection. Hunters can mess us up because our unstable reactor can't reach them. Gyrocopter having a Scotty does not help unstable reactor against mages or ranged units at all, right? So it's really important that we play around with that lose condition and instead put our Scotty on the guy who will walk forward and actually explode better for value. Maybe it'll actually even allow him to survive long enough to explode better for value. Six goblins plus 4 Naga? That sounds trolly. I feel like 4 Naga can't possibly be good. Okay, Clockwork, go up! Oh, Clockwork, you're doing it! Oh! It's so good, dude. Yeah, it's actually kind of shit. Whatever. So I think I'm just not in mages, and that's gonna have to be okay. We can't go for Naga. We want 2 Naga. We want Dusa Tidehunter, and once we get one of them, now we're rolling again. Now we're kind of alternating. So we've got the Dusa here. And again, let's think about our lose conditions. So one of the awkward things about having Dusa being kind of the targetable unit is that your techies needs to be further back. So let's think about what boards are beating us right now. So let's go through. There's this guy with hunters in lower left, this guy with hunters lower right. This is bad for us. This basically means there's no exploitable formation, right? Like one of them is left and one of them is right. So we're gonna have to like guess which one is which if we want to try to beat one. And there's a mage guy as well. So we want everything possible to attack our Dusa here and trigger scaled, basically just giving me a ton of DPS at the start of the fight for free. Now, because my board is goblins, I do think scaled is kind of busted. This is the one board that just might not be able to use it well at all. And the problem is that I don't really want a solo tank here. Like, the purpose of this build is that you have a lot of units and they should all be tanking. And also, like, if I want my techies, if I want my Medusa to tank everything, Scotty and Medusa? Yeah, Scotty and Medusa, sure. If I want my Medusa to tank everything, it means my techies has to be like a step back, because there's no exploitable position. And if my Medusa is a step back, then it's also kind of bad. Or sorry, if my techies is a step back, it's also pretty bad for me, because it means it might not go out for full value on its bomb. Okay, let's see if anyone's out. So this guy is lower right, and this guy's lower right. They're all lower right. This gives us a position to exploit, so we can do this. Because they're all lower right on their end, they're all lower left on my end, which means our Medusa can be here, which, you know, makes her tank more. You know, she's slowing everything with Scotty. She's retaliating a shit ton. Let's check out this retaliate damage. Casually 4,000 damage at the start of the fight with that retaliate, which is good. It's very good for our opponents have kind of aligned themselves into an exploitable position here. Yeah, this is a problem. Most of our damage is still coming from that scaled. And there's only one mage opponent. It's like 1 mage and 2 hunters, right? So if we end up against the mage, getting the Naga Para online is good, but otherwise it's really just not doing enough. And we'll just roll. I think there's pretty much no argument not to be rolling here. I don't know, leveling like Gyro and Enigma would be good. It's probably insane to not be in mages right now, right? I feel like that does have to be insane. Hey Sim, I don't want to shit any of your Dota Underlords. I've watched you for Gwent, but I want you to know you're the realist. Good job getting past your personal adversities and doing what makes you happy. Oh, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that, pal. Radiance. So Radiance is really good at this point. We've got like these big chunguses that are just gonna waddle up and live forever. And basically just generally wreck shit up. Octarine Essence. What do I even want this on now? Dude, Octarine Essence is so bad. What's the cooldown on spray? 10 seconds. Maybe it's spray. So they're all still in the right corner, which means they're all still abusable. I think we can move techies up a little bit, and they'll still target the Dusa, but techies will be a step closer for purposes of bomb adjacency, which is really important. How many units is bomb? 4 cells away. That's nice. There we go. And yeah, this Radiance is a huge buy. Absolutely perfect to finish out this build. Level 3 Clockwork is just the ideal target. And we can just keep rolling it down. Spray already hits the whole board. It doesn't stack. Does this not have a duration? Wait. Does this literally last the entire fight? Does this not go away? Huh. Oh, you learn something new every day. So let's see if they've moved their positioning. So they're only a little exploitable now. Let's move our techies one step back, because one of these guys is like skewed on both sides, and I really want as many things as possible to attack this Dusa. All my damage is coming from scaled here, basically. There we go. So we get like a casual 3,600 damage at the start of the fight. And that should help us out. Now these guys are beefy. This is kind of spooky. Could put Octarine on techies, right? And he can maybe do better than this. Show damage. I love seeing Retaliate being dumb. Yeah, they're probably gonna have to note this on next balance patch. If not, then I mean, people I think still haven't figured out how dumb this is, so maybe it'll take them a while. So at this point, the mage player's out. It's just these two hunters. However, getting Nog online still isn't useless. Like, it's still good. Okay, let's check these positionings again. So same as before. I think that this positioning just makes the most sense in general. I don't think my Clockwork should take any aggro here, and I do want it to be close. I want it to like start walking up. Okay, I took the Sniper's attack. So Sniper didn't lose health to retaliate, basically, but Clockwork was able to step forward a bit earlier, which is probably not worth it in this case, but it's close. Don't forget Dusa. Why did I buy this Dusa? I mean, are we deciding Retaliate's that broken that I want multiple Nagas? Because the diminishing returns are so incredibly extreme. They're so insanely extreme. There's no way Dusa's worth buying here, dude. Like, it's broken, but you only need one. There we go. That's a neat upgrade. Check positioning again. Same story. Cooldown on Midnight Pulse is 20 seconds. You know what? This could actually be a good Octarine target. Goes down to 10-second cooldown. That still might be longer. Still might be just too long. I think the Radiance is kind of carrying us. Like, the Radiance is actually almost doing more damage than Scaled, which is nuts, because Scaled is, like, the stupidest thing in the game. Look at this! Scaled is literally doing more than Radiance or Enigma. Like, it's so dumb. Unbelievable. Okay, and I think at this point of the game, we've kind of got a break. We're not really on outs. Now that we've leveled up our Enigma, we're on less outs, right? Like, that's the way to think about leveling. For the guy asking about leveling, like I said, level 1 rolling isn't good. We were rolling because we're like, okay, we want more Enigmas, we want more Techies. A bit ago, we wanted more Abdusas. A while ago, we wanted more Gyros. But now it's like, okay, we completed most of that by then. Last turn, we completed this Enigma. So we're really just looking for one thing, which is this third Techies. And that would be okay. But at this point in time, you know, if it's only one thing, rolling isn't that good anymore. So now we'll level. That's kind of like, that's how you have to think about leveling. It's what you do when rolling and interesting isn't good. But interesting is still good, because we still have, like, we have enough health to spare, and if we start losing, then at that point, then we can start dumping this money. Maelstrom is good with Gyro's fast attack speed? It's kind of weird. Moonshard is, I think, supposed to be a better item than Maelstrom, right? But we don't have someone who needs Moonshard, like, mathematically. It feels like this is a case where this could actually be better. Vicious? Guys, what? Come on, guys. Be reasonable. Isn't Bounty replaceable? No. Because I need 6 Scrappy. I assume you're asking that because you think Gyro is a Scrappy? You guys, so many people think Gyro is a Scrappy. Y'all are racist. Just because he's in a machine and he's a little guy doesn't make him a scrappy dude. Moonshard on Enigma to get all faster. It would make more sense. Like I said, I think Moonshard is supposed to just be a better item than Maelstrom. I think, in theory, buying this, even in this case, is probably still wrong. And this is a case which skews really, really heavily towards Maelstrom. Even in this case, Moonshard was probably better. Like, charging ults faster is just nice. Maelstrom doesn't charge anything, so it blows. Nothing really fancy else there. So the question is, how much magic damage is there really? And the answer is a non-zero amount. Why not? there's enough. Let's check out this positioning. This guy's positioned left. Something like this. I do want Medusa to still take the first volley, and the Tidehunter kind of comes in later. If you have 6 mages, Maelstrom is much better though, right? I guess? I don't know. I mean, 6 mages still like being able to charge their spells faster, and Moonshard helps us with that. I mean, Moonshard helps your Caudal charge his ult a lot faster. Maelstrom just does damage. It's like, maybe in that case, but that's a hard maybe. Like, I don't know. Moonshard is a better item than Maelstrom. Sometimes better is just better. Sometimes situations doesn't matter. Okay, now we're close to outs. So now it's like, now we're very close to a big Timbersaw going off and doing big things. There it is. Now if we would want to level again, this is kind of the point where we would maybe consider that. Of course, we're not looking to level more. Okay, so this is, I would consider this to be fairly ridiculous. I think, like, when you think of a ridiculous board, this comes to mind for sure. Like, we have the Naga buff, which is busted. We have double mechs, 3 3-star mechs, Tidehunter and Medusa and Gyro and Enigma all 2-starred. This board is pretty neat. So I think we're locked in at 69 health here. Like, I don't see us chunking any further. Like I said, just imagine if this happens during like a big $1 million tournament or whatever. Like, I don't know. It'll be a funny sight to behold. I mean, where does this board even go from here? I don't think it goes anywhere. I'm actually going to go grab some food. And we got some dumplings. Hang on, I'll be right back. It's like, I don't know, man. This board is just good. What item did we got? Oh, we got a Moonshard. Yeah, whatever. I could put the item on a hero. I'd have less time to nourish myself for next game, though. When you think about it, this is just a strategic play. I need to make sure I have sufficient nourishment so that I don't get fatigued during this long climb. It's sort of about taking away value from this game and putting it... I don't know, like chopsticks? I guess I'll just eat these with my hands then. Here's a saw, DPS. Yeah, that's good. Salva 2 techies? Oh, whatever. I don't think I mind. Bow down to chair. Thanks to chair for winning. So a lot of you guys might not know this, but my chair has the highest win rate out of any Gwent player's chairs. I just want to bring that up. I might not be like the highest win rate Gwent player, but I have the highest win rate Gwent chair. Ever, by the way. That is factual. You can look that up.